What are your fears? What are you scared of? Because we all have fears. We all have something that's blocking us, that's holding us back. And as we begin to look at life, what we realize is that the reason that most people are not living out their true potential, not doing all of the things that they would really like to do, is because of fear. Some people call fear false evidence or expectations appearing real. Most people go through life running scared from things that have no teeth in them because they're false expectations appearing real. Let's see, we're brilliant enough to scare ourselves to death. You realize that? There are some people actually who get a kick out of scaring themselves to death. I remember the last frightening movie I saw. It was The Exorcist. I will never forget.
Every second counts. So, make every second. How do you stop making excuses? This is actually pretty simple. And I said it the other day, you have to realize, you have to know, you have to accept that all your excuses are lies. They are lies, all of them. Think about the things that you tell yourself, the lies you use to rationalize taking the easy road. Taking the easy road and leaving discipline behind. Think about them.
The reason I want to help you is I am you. Let me tell you what everybody's dream is. Put it in your note. I don't care if you sell pest control, security, solar, insurance. I don't care what it is. You want to be happier. You got to link everything to people's happiness. You say, that's ridiculous. So I'm going to kill some termites. They're going to be happier. Let's go. I don't care what level you're at. I'm talking to me as much as I'm talking to you. All kinds of things I ain't doing like I need to be doing. You can change the chapters in the book of your life if you want to. There's a book being written about you, even if you don't have faith. Would you agree someone's probably paying attention? You can decide, you and God, or you and whatever you believe, you're the author. You can turn the page.
You don't have time. That's a lie. You don't have support. That's a lie. You don't have the equipment or the gear. You don't know the best way. Who cares? That's a lie. Or you're too old, or you're too young. Of course you're too old or too young. Lie. Recognize the excuses are not valid. They aren't. They're trumped up. They're conjured up. They're fabricated. They're lies.
I'm no longer that guy. I'm going to walk different, talk different, think different. It might be a year, 2, 3 before you make your putt. It might be year 2, 3, 4 before you get your big win. But you can decide now, I'm going to walk, talk, and be a different person. You decide that. You're the lead character in the story of your life. But too many of you let what I call the extras of life dictate where you're going. You know the extras, you watch a movie, at the end they got the lead characters, then at the end it's like cab driver number 2, bouncer number 3. You don't even know their damn names. But in your life, you let those people dictate what you do. You're afraid to knock the door. You're afraid to go for it because cab driver number 2 in your life might reject you. How about you start playing the game for the main characters? That's who you play the game for. At some point, you got to stop negotiating the price and decide your will to win is not for sale. Most people's dreams can be bought. With enough failure, with enough rejection, they can't still fight. They can get a little bit, but when it gets a little too hot, they go, boom, buy the dream. You can have it. It's not worth it to me. And their will to win is buyable. You can buy it. Some of you have sold it because you're making a little bit of money. You don't work like you did when you were making nothing. You're not after it like when you were broke. Some of you will sell your win for some failure. You're probably buyable. But if you decide at this meeting, my will cannot be bought. I don't care how long it takes, you can't buy this dude out. I'll keep fighting. I'm going to change my family tree forever. That's the decision. Decide now. You're going to keep negotiating the price, or can you not be bought? You You are one decision away from changing your life. And you have to accept that. You're one new meeting, one new relationship, one new contact, one new action, one new decision away from shifting your life from where it is right now to a totally different place. Decisions shape our destiny when they're backed up by some massive ass action. But you can't take the action if you don't decide. People avoid being desperate. Think of the fact they come here tonight and they're down. They're not where they want to be financially. Their relationships aren't what they want. Maybe they're in a desperate place, and you might think that's a negative thing. But when you're in a desperate place, you take the best actions. Desperation is a great place to be. Those of you that are achieving, one of the reasons the achievement is slowed down is you've allowed yourself to feel less desperate.
You're strong enough, and your life is worth whatever you have to go through to get past this addiction. Whatever you have to do. This dream you got, whatever you want to do, will it be easy to just run out there and do it? No. Will it happen overnight? No. Will it be a struggle? Yes. Will there be times when you can't make ends meet? Yes, that's a part of it. Will there be times you won't know what to do? Yes, that's a part of it. See, when you accept yourself and you accept fear as a fact, that means that it's something that happens. It's something that you're going to experience, but it is not a force to hold you back. It doesn't have any special power other than that you give it. So you accept the fact that you are afraid, and then you move on anyhow. You move on past it, and you do whatever you've got to do. And one of the things that you've got to do is you've got to watch your inner conversation and discipline your thinking and your imagination, because if you don't, your mind will take you on a wild trip.
When you remove desperation, all this bullshit creeps into your life where you think you have to have the perfect plan and look the perfect way and have the perfect thoughts and be all zen and perfect. The challenge for most people is that we obsess on the things we're fearful of, what we don't have, what we're worried about. And then we end up possessing those things over and over again rather than programming ourselves to become obsessed with what we want, what our dreams are, what we believe we deserve. When we become obsessed about those things, long term, we end up possessing those things. Yet most of us don't replace the external parts of our lives, because those things happen naturally without thought. The external results of our life, in order to replace ourselves with the next best version, requires intention, requires obsession, requires desperation. So it's not unnatural to change. You should constantly be replacing yourself, just like your bones do, just like your lungs do, just like your cells do. It's natural to be replacing ourselves, but we're around people who aren't, so we think it's natural not to. So the way that I changed my life first, I worked on my identity.
And strengthening yourself in that area. As you assess your strengths and your weaknesses, as you begin to prove yourself and your passions and your dreams and your goals and the things that you want, if you decide to experience all of your true potential, if you decide to manifest all of your greatness, as you decide, wait a minute, what else is available to me out here? If I decided to experience the fear of rejection, the fear of no, the fear of failure, the fear of standing by myself, what else is available? Of taking a chance, a fear of losing it all. What else is available to me that will bring some extra meaning and value? The fear of people not liking me. You know how many people do things they don't want to do because they want everybody to like them? Everybody's not going to like you. No, it's just not that kind of world. But you know, there are a lot of people who won't take positions on issues, who won't take a stand for things they believe in, who won't speak up for themselves because they don't want to make anybody mad.
Your identity is the thoughts, concepts, and beliefs that you hold to be most true about yourself. Here's how it works. This is how life works. The winning is about 75% psychology, about 25% mechanics. If you can't get the psychology part right, you can do all the actions perfectly. And you've proven this to yourself several times. It's still not producing the results you want. Here's why. Your identity is like a thermostat setting for your entire life. You have a thermostat setting for your relationships, for your faith, for your money, for your wellness, for your body, for your spirituality. So you can't get out over your skis. You can't exceed your identity long term. It'll never happen. This is why people's lives yo-yo up and down, because they always work on the external mechanics and not the internal identity of their lives. It discovers your happiness, your peace, your fitness, your money, all of it.
today be the last day you make an excuse. I'll wait till tomorrow. I can't do this. I can't do that. People don't believe in me. I don't believe in myself. That may be you today. But today is the last day you stop complaining. Take no thoughts that are negative. I want to win. I want to be somebody. I want to separate. I want to compete. And the way I do that isn't with my giftedness. Because I wasn't born with a bunch of gifts. And I think gifts are crap. Man, I don't have that natural beauty or that natural talent or this gift for creativity or intellect or humor. I don't have any of those things. But what I got is I will outwork you. Whatever it is, I always do one more. And what that does is it makes me eventually think I'm doing things other people aren't willing to do. So I should get things other people aren't going to get. If you can learn all this stuff, you can digest all the tactics and information that I give out. But if you're not willing to do one more, eventually there's a part of you that says, maybe I don't deserve it. I'm just doing what everybody else is doing. And that's not good enough. It's not even good enough to do more than everybody else. It's your maxed out level. It's one more of everything.
Take a step every day, no matter what you are facing. Get up and start walking. You've lived a life dominated by doubt and fear. How do you step into bravery? Step aggressively towards your fear. And that step towards your fear is the step into bravery. And there's only one way to learn and to know, and that is to confront that fear. You have to step, you have to go. And this simple action, don't wait anymore, don't think anymore, don't plan anymore, don't contemplate anymore, don't make any more excuses or justifications, don't rationalize anything else.
When you're looking at your life and you're looking at going from here up here, you're going to encounter some resistance. But part of what is necessary for you to begin to develop the consciousness that will enable you to tap into the power of creation as you concentrate, knowing that you've got this power, this stuff, this specialness in you to overcome anything that you're involved in. Anything that you have experienced, anything that you have gone through. But what's important is in putting it to the test, every chance you get, you remind yourself that you've got what is required in order to move your life forward. And every day, keep telling yourself and feeling inside yourself being strong enough and more than able and capable of coming back.
Be aggressive. Take action now. And what is the first action that you need to take? What's the first step you need to take? The first step you need to take is just that step. You got to be prepared. You've got to train. You've got to study. You've got to rehearse. You've got to remain vigilant. You've got to maintain discipline in everything you do so that when the enemy does reveal itself, you have the ability to outfight the enemy.
Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't you quit on you. Don't allow yourself to fall into this trap of believing that you are what you're going through. I know those obstacles and challenges, the thing that you're up against may feel at times like it's breaking you, but what if it's shaping you? And with the right perseverance, with a little bit of hope and a whole lot of perseverance, you can finally receive the help you need to experience a breakthrough. But not if you quit. Not if you quit. Not if you quit on you. These challenges and giants and obstacles may sometimes make you question your worth and your value. And sometimes your life. But listen to me closely. Don't you make a permanent decision for a temporary problem. Don't you quit. Don't you quit. Don't you quit on you. Your value, your worth, your significance, your life is not tied to your history, but it was predetermined to align you to your destiny. But you'll never truly turn your obstacle into opportunity, your barrenness into breakthrough, your problem into purpose if you quit on you.
Have you also researched possibilities that you hadn't known about? Have you determined whether or not there is another person out there that has performed the exact same task you are attempting, or at least something similar? Have you exhausted this research? If the answer to any of these questions is no, then go back and try again, because you don't truly know if you can do something until you've tried absolutely everything. The fact of the matter is that rarely, if ever, is the answer to all these questions yes. Therefore, what is it that people actually mean when they say, I can't? A more accurate but more verbose way of saying it would be, I don't care about or want enough this task or the resultant benefits of it in order to do all that is necessary to achieve it.
And all of us have something that we are supposed to do. And all of us have some goodness within us, and that goodness gives us a responsibility to manifest our greatness. Not only is it possible for you to have your dream, but it's necessary that you have it, that you work on it, that you develop yourself, that you go for what is yours in the universe. It happens to everybody. Here's the other thing, is you look at your goals and look at your dreams. When you're going through some stuff, repeat after me, please. It's called life. But I got a saying, when life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. You've got comeback power. It's possible. It's necessary. Take ownership for your life.
Breaks down the barriers, breaks down the obstacles, breaks down anything in your way of getting to your dream. There's an inevitability to success. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when we adopt one more, when we adopt compound pounding. You know the kind of confidence you begin to have when you just accept in your life that I am going to be relentless. I'm always going to do extra. And you accept the fact that all things break down over time. All the barriers will go away. All the obstacles will go away. Everything in your way will go away if you keep after it over an extended period of time. Other people are going to get slowed down. Other people are going to take a break. Other people are going to flinch. Other people are going to cool it. Other people are going to believe they've made it. Or maybe some people are going to believe they can't make it. But you're going to be relentless. You're going to be repetitious. You may not be the fastest. You may not be the smartest. You may not be the strongest. You may not be the most beautiful. You may not have the most articulate thoughts and ideas in the world. What you got is one more. And when they get weak, you just keep company. When they flinch, you blow their doors off. That's how you win in life, is you keep getting after it and keep getting it after it until the job gets done.
Do not receive them. Reject everything, anything that stands in your way. You have to find a why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you wake up? Why do you go to work? Why do you go to school? What are you pressing forward to become? Because we all have that little piece of greatness inside of us. You may not even know it, but there's something you're supposed to be doing that can help the next person.
Nobody can live your dream for you but you. Nobody's going to take care of your business like you. Stop coming up with excuses. Don't give yourself permission to continue to live a small life. You can't fit a big dream into a small life. Give yourself permission to go for it, to test yourself, to challenge yourself, to live full. Like the saying, always strive to get on top in life, because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. The reason you're here is because there's something in you that says, I can do more. This just can't be it. There's something in you. There's a calling on your life. There's something in your heart that caused you to get dressed and spend the money to go to seminar after seminar and listen to message after message and speaker after speaker, because there's something in you that tells you this is not it for you. You have not peaked here. There's more in you that you are expressing. What's in store for you if you challenge yourself, if you persist and persevere, if you take ownership for your life.
It's you. But it isn't me that changes you. It's you. You set the small goals. You achieve those goals. Then set some more and achieve those, and set some more goals, maybe a little bit bigger, but not that much bigger. Just start. Start small. Start with changing tomorrow morning, and then move on to the next day and the next, and move your life to a better place. One little step, one little victory at a time.